Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're jumping right into a really fascinating educational setup. We're going to explore exactly how Gurukul Mahila Arts and College, or GMC for short, creates this incredibly immersive, empowering environment specifically designed for women. We're literally breaking down the architectural pillars of this institution today, and I don't mean the bricks and mortar, but the cultural, academic, and residential foundations that totally shape the student experience. It's a brilliant case study in holistic education.
Okay, let's dive into this. The core philosophy that anchors absolutely everything here is to learn the best of the East and the West, but with a special focus on Indian Vedic systems and practices. Now, this isn't just some dusty mission statement sitting in a brochure. As you'll see throughout this explainer, it's the actual operating code of the campus. It's all about seamlessly blending those deep-rooted traditional Indian values with highly modern global educational frameworks. Think of this as our campus map for today. We've got 5 main stops. First, the stage of Natyadhara. Then, life at GMC Hostel. Third, pursuing an MA in English. Fourth is their diverse English curriculum. And finally, we'll wrap up with the Gurukul times. Let's get right into it. Stop number 1, the stage of Natyadhara, fostering creative expression.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stunning chronological progression these students pull off. It's kind of amazing. In the first semester, they focus heavily on foundational confidence building. Think short plays, dialogues, and a one-act play for Independence Day. They are really finding their voices here. But then, look at how they step it up in the second semester. They graduate from simple dialogues to organizing a full-blown literary fest, executing mime performances, and capping the whole thing off with a massive Bhavai Vesh, which is a traditional folk theater performance that actually charts the entire developmental journey of the college, from its start in 1966 all the way to a vision of 2026. It's just a brilliant way to teach history, culture, and public speaking all at the exact same time.
Moving on to stop number 2, life at GMC Hostel, a home away from home.
So the infrastructure here is heavily designed around safe, community-oriented living. The hostel sits on a separate premise, but it connects directly to the college, which creates this totally unified ecosystem. They use spacious 20 by 20 foot rooms that hold up to 8 students. And that's intentional. It fosters community living and peer-to-peer learning. But it's not just a place to crash. The hostel provides computers, Wi-Fi, an on-site library, and even sustainable tech like solar units. Crucially, it serves as a 24/7 environment for engaging with mentors and getting immersive training in the value systems of AKG. And this brilliantly illustrates their rigorous daily schedule. Just look at how it bookends the day with these deep traditional practices. At 5 a.m., the day kicks off with Suprabhatam, morning prayers to really center the mind. Then you've got a full day of college classes and add-on courses. But notice that entry right at 9 p.m., mobile phone submission and Ratri Prarthana, or night prayer. Now, physically handing over your phone every single night might sound like an absolute nightmare to the modern teenager, right? But having a structural mandate to disconnect from screens, engage in a closing prayer, and actually rest by 10 p.m. is an incredibly powerful method for instilling focus and mental well-being.
All right, Section 3, Pursuing MA in English, Sri Dhurendrabhai Mehta, PG Center.
So the crucial point is understanding the why behind this specific program, because the overarching objective of this MA in English isn't just about, memorizing old poems. It is fundamentally about empowerment through language. The whole program is designed to develop deep English proficiency and encourage critical thinking. By getting students heavily involved in literary activities, seminars, and creative expression, the end goal is to empower these young women with the self-confidence and communication skills they absolutely need to dominate in their future careers.
Which leads us to Section 4, Diverse English Curriculum, Merging Eras and Cultures.
Let's move to and see how this builds across the semesters. Notice the impressive breadth of this coursework. In semesters 1 and 2, students build their foundation with classical British literature, dating all the way back to 1550, alongside early 20th century Indian English literature. But as they move into semesters 3 and 4, the curriculum expands globally and hits the modern era. They're diving into American literature, the complexities of diasporic literature, and highly contemporary subjects like technology-aided language learning, gender studies, and even film studies. It perfectly maps to their main goal, being rooted in tradition but totally fluent in modern global narratives.
And our final pillar, Section 5, the Gurukul Times, Amplifying the Community Voice.
The Gurukul Times acts as both the historical record and the megaphone for the campus community. It chronicles everything. Whether it's a seminar on a prominent historical figure, a huge celebration for International Yoga Day, deep insights into literature, or updates on the drama club we talked about earlier, this newsletter captures the 360-degree achievements of both the students and the faculty.
and make sure that the vibrant life happening inside the campus walls is celebrated and communicated to the wider world.
As we wrap up our journey through the pillars of Gurukul Mahila Arts and Commerce College, that traditional namaste perfectly summarizes the whole experience. It represents the deep respect, the core Vedic values, and the heavy community focus that is instilled in every single student. From the collaborative energy of the drama stage to the disciplined quiet of the hostel, right down to the rigorous global curriculum of the English department, everything comes back to the centered, respectful approach to personal and intellectual growth.
I want to leave you with this final thought today. In a rapidly modernizing and, honestly, increasingly distracted world, is an educational ecosystem that firmly roots itself in traditional, disciplined values, while simultaneously reaching for modern, global academic standards, the ultimate blueprint for true empowerment? It's definitely a fascinating model to consider. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. Keep asking questions, keep analyzing the data, and I will see you in the next explainer.